Hey guys, we are back. So I keep hearing noise, but it might just be cars. Like crickets or that's it, cicadas. Wow, those sardines. Okay, so what happened yesterday is that we left the tab, we cracked it. But what happened was maybe they didn't understand it and they pulled and the tab came off. Well, when we came up, everything was strewn about. Like they had a temper tantrum of a magnitude you can't even imagine. So understandably, imagine now you've got beings that truly how do you describe it, are expecting a gift. You leave them a gift, and then the gift is not good because it just kind of got screwed up. They did eat everything else. I think that what happened was that kind of put them into a frenzy. So I actually opened it up with a stick, and I left the stick that I used to open it up with right there so that they understand it. This clan is probably come in contact with humans. I just don't think that they understand them because maybe they're just watchers. They watch us a lot. I'm noticing some areas look like communal. Okay, so there's a section right there that kind of looks like they were sitting there. They're sitting together and then having conversation because it's very, very private. There's sections back there that Brett had noticed that there's newer X's, and it's deeper into the forest, which is like right there. And he noticed that first. And then I came over here to clean up some of the trash, and I noticed another circular area. I just didn't even realize it because the honey buns were in there. They do like honey buns. So this little section in here, I see some breaks. I think that they're practicing with the younger ones to, teach them certain things about the bark and certain things around here. Maybe to be fearful of the humans because we're evil, maybe because we're bad and we might harm them or hurt them. But I put everything back to the best of my ability. I brought a bell, which is a bunch of bells. I put the cars back into the box. I bought this bell thing. It's kind of cute. I got this in Mexico, and it's kind of like mimicking maracas. So hey guys, we're here. I'm gonna leave that here for them. My mom got me this birthday card last year, and I'm one of those weirdos that still holds stuff.
I know a person who's the brightest by far. They're so shiny and twinkly, the loveliest thing in the galaxy. Twinkle,
Isn't that cute? So I thought I'd leave that just in case. Oh, that got knocked over. Ooh, okay. So certain things I'm leaving behind, maybe just to kind of see how they're going to interact with it. The peanut butter was also a frustration for them. I hung back up the teddy bear in their spots, the dog to dry. He was really dry though, and I put him back in the tree. I hung up some more snacks, which I brought. Just brought some apples. I put the little man in there, and I put some marshmallows there that were left over from baking. And I feel really bad. We're not that type of humans to leave them without stuff. I feel really bad over it, honestly. It's kind of like when you have a toddler and they're angry with you for not, participating. What is this stuff? Is this crazy?
Oh, yeah, I saw it though.
Do you see that? Do you see this? It must be some sort of mold growth or ivy.
Yeah,
mold growth. Okay, so, and I know I said this numerous times, I have a spinal cord stimulator that is run off of high frequency, and it's electronic. It really truly is. And it's going up my spinal cord into my lumbar spine. So how does it work? Well, sometimes it's position, and if I lean back, it's like, ooh, yeah. But I feel a sensation that's similar to a TENS unit. So what exactly does it feel like when they're coming close to me? It changes, and it gets really super strong to the point where I can actually feel like somebody's behind me. Nobody yet. But I can tell, I can sense that they're around. But not right now. It's quiet. So I have a feeling they're in the deeper woods across the street. Now, I drove Brett around the corner to see exactly how big this piece of property is. And it's not like huge, is it? No. What's it, like 2 or 3 blocks?
Right.
In length? And it's it's like a square footage of, like, I don't know, would you say a football field? Give or take?
About that, yeah.
Like a football field.
Yeah.
So that is their sanctuary. I know it is, because the outer perimeter is really blocked off. It's very high in foliage, and you can see trees that were really truly knocked down. And then you can actually see major blockages, meaning like branches and things and breaks and extra stuff like that. I just want to take a look and see who's coming back, to see if they are appreciative of the stuff that we left this time. Hey! Oh, I see one across the way. He's over there on the other side. You see? He's kind of on the dark side. He's one of the darker ones. And I know you guys heard in my last video that I do have a couple juveniles that, by way of crow, found Miss Rhonda's house. And I'm not even kidding when I say that. They found my house. So, you know, when they say, can Sasquatch find us? I have a feeling they can. And that's why I kind of feel for Wade in some regards, because he literally can have them in his probably bedroom. That would be kind of freaky, wouldn't it? Hello, wake up and there's a Sasquatch in your bedroom, standing over top of you. And I don't think that they would cause any harm. I just think that they're so inquisitive that they want to know what we're doing. I mean, I just want to know why we can see them so prevalent now. And it's not because of the cell phones. I mean, come on. They've had cameras. But why are they in our backyards? Why are they in our neighborhoods? Is this like a sign? And why is it that some of the pictures that you see of them, not just blurry, I mean, that's just a given. I know that they can glyph. I know that they can shimmer. I know it's based on their age. I know it's based on their abilities, maybe what they're born with. Sometimes it might just be them themselves. You know, like, you're prone to be what you want to be when you grow up, and you feel that way. You know, you're like, oh, I really like doing this. Like Brett, he loves music. If he could have been, maybe not a musician, right, hon?
What?
You love music.
Yes.
He just loves heavy metal. He loves rock. He loves old school rock. He loves everything about it. Well, if he could, I don't know, be in a band, what do you think? Would you like that?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, if I play an instrument, yeah, I'd love it.
But he never played an instrument. Never had the ability, want, or anything to do it. But, you know, if you thought about it, our abilities are based on what we like to do. Maybe that's the way they are, too. Maybe they like to do certain things themselves. Like hunters, gatherers. Some are more spiritual. Some are wise. Then you have to go back to the, previous generations that were here first, which is the Native Americans, they truly were. Oh, who's in there? I think there's someone letting me. I see some shadowing, and it's on those two trees. But there's all our stuff. So hopefully they're not. What would you say? Oh wait, I just saw somebody. Okay. What did you say, babe?
I can really hear Route 1 today.
Yeah, it's weird. Alright, so in my previous video, I tried to explain where we are in retrospect to, like, how close we are to, you would say, civilization. Well, straight ahead in this position, right this direction, is a 6-lane superhighway, Route 1. And if you go to this direction, which you can kind of see some houses in this area right there, there's one house. This is the bypass that cuts across to get off of the superhighway. Okay? Now, this road here, which I almost fell, sorry, I was tripping stuff. This one where we parked our vehicle is, there's somebody over there. They always seem to cut across the road right there. Right where see that big stump? That looks like a rock stump?
Yeah.
And we always seem to think that that's one of them.
Yes.
It's not, but there's one over there who seems to be keeping guard. So anyway, that road where you see that red truck, bam, red truck. Anyway, that road goes from one end of a highway to another highway. So it's like a cut through. But again, you hear that one? Somebody hit the guardrail. Did you hear me? Somebody hopped over the guardrail.
No.
Yeah, I just heard the guardrail ting.
No,
Yeah, it just tinged again. They're hopping over this guardrail over here. You can hear it. It's like ting. So they're either coming over here because somebody said, oh, those people are back. Those humans are back. And they're bringing us. We can smell it. Now, the other thing that I always wear when I come in here, sometimes I wear my perfume, mostly, but what I've been lately wearing so that maybe they can identify us or identify me, is I wear rose oil a lot, which has got a very high frequency. Why is that tree bent? Does it seem weird?
Yeah, I know.
It's like, oh wow, look at that.
Really bent.
Oh my God, look at that tree. Look like it could fall right on top of us.
Yeah.
Whoa, there's a tree. I don't want to get dizzy doing this.
I know you do get this.
But, whoa, look at the bend in this weird tree.
Yeah, don't get dizzy.
It's like very strange. Oh, I did a back bend. I probably did that and they ran away. So, look, there's a stick hanging off of a stick. Bam! So somebody must have did that. But, hey! Oh, I was talking to a social worker today when I was teaching, and she was funny. She says, what do you do on your YouTube channel? And I says, I film the woods. I film nature. And I said, because there's many people out there that are, you know, homebound, wheelchair bound. They can't get out of their homes. And this might give them an outlet just to see what's back, you know, nature. Ooh. And give it an opportunity to see what's, you know, maybe in their backyard and they don't realize it. I think there's somebody by the bank of the creek. Do you see them? I think somebody's over here. Along that side. That's where Gray usually hangs out, right there. But he's like a centurion kind of thing. He watches, and he's always over that direction, like along the perimeter of the family, you know, the neighborhood. Did you see any footprints?
No, not yet, no.
You're not looking, or you're just looking?
Wasn't looking, no.
Brett's just admiring the landscape.
I just look out all in the woods.
He just looks and looks and looks.
I'm not really looking down. I'm looking more for movements.
I hear Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I heard It sounded like somebody went
I did hear it.
Okay. Well, Brett has to make me dinner.
Yeah.
And what are we having for dinner, hon?
Chicken.
Chicken on the barbecue. Chicken. Sorry, I just almost like lost the phone. My hand is cramping up. Why'd you touch me? Did you touch me?
Yeah.
All right, just checking.
It was me.
Okay. Okay, I see someone in there. Hey. Hello. Let's see who runs across the street. Because sometimes you can see shadows. Oh, just got a glyphy thing. Glyph and shimmer. So what if I started going like grunts? Huh. Ooh, ooh. Oh?
Whistle.
Like Wade?
Yep.
I don't have the deep enough whistle. Yeah. And maybe I hate to say this out loud. See, I am like the worst person in the world to be taping and talking. But I talk for a living when I teach. And I was talking for 4 hours straight today. But I had neck surgery many years ago. And the surgeon that did my surgery, they make you sign off like this waiver that says, hey, you might die. And I said, okay, I understand that, you might die. But they also make you sign a paper that you might get vocal cord paralysis. And the doctor says, the likelihood is like minimal. Well, guess what? That was me. Vocal cord paralysis on the right side. And guess what that was from? Him. Made a mistake. But I signed a waiver saying, hey, you can do that to me. Oh, see him? See him? See him? See him? He's right there. He's debating on whether to come. Let's see. I see somebody hiding. So, back to my story. So when you sign a waiver of that magnitude and they're telling you, hey, you might get this. Well, I always tell the doctors, don't ever tell me that I'm going to get this. So again, what happens? I can't talk. Which was, in some regards, everybody's like, oh, that's a good thing. But not when you're trying to be a nurse. How do you be a nurse and not speak? So, yeah, I always tell doctors, don't tell me what's going to happen to me because that's when it's going to happen. Thanks a lot. Now, I go to another surgery to get a portacath put in for infusions. And the doctor proceeds to tell me that he could perforate my subclavian artery. And I was like, la, don't tell me those things. I was literally putting my hands over my ears. And I'm like, you just told me a bad word. And he's like, what's the matter? And I said, you just told me that I was going to have a perforated subclavian artery. No, it could happen, he says. Right, Brett? It could happen. So Brett drops me off to go to get the surgery done. And 10 minutes later? 15 minutes later, he gets a phone call thinking, what? He thought I was done, maybe. But he knew that the surgery was going to take a few hours. And no, he was told to meet me at a emergency hospital I had to have emergency surgery because guess what? Ooh, something's there. Sorry guys, something is right here. And I hear it chirping. What I hear is like something like, uh, uh, uh. It's okay. Everything's fine. No hurting. Kind. So, long of that is, Miss Rhonda had to have emergency surgery again. Okay. Alright. So I had to have emergency surgery again. And have my subclavian artery fixed. Due to a medical mistake. Yay for Rhonda. So sometimes I always say I'm a walking miracle that I can still walk and talk and still be alive. I do have that stimulator in me that helps me walk. I do have that and talk. And I still have that. I still have certain things in me to keep me alive. I keep seeing people running back and forth. I'm sorry. I'm like kind of freaked out a little bit because I keep hearing and then I heard somebody who was kind of not, he was a little angry over there, who was trying to tell me that he was not happy that I was standing right there, I think by his children, which I think he's trying to hide. And I'm sorry. I could feel the anxiety from them. So I was standing right there, talking out there, and I think somebody's there, so he's kind of upset. Did you hear? Did you feel it? No? No. Yeah, I just did something bad, probably. And I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. So, still watching our stuff. They'll come probably running soon. Are you stepping on sticks?
Me, yeah.
Okay. Just checking. My white stuff is no longer white on the tree, so you can't really see it. I think that's a frog. Like a gunk gunk. No, definitely not a frog. Oh, I hear running. See, it's hard to tell because you got cars, things. Ugh. You know what I forgot to do is wipe my hands from the sardines. Ugh. I used the glove to open it. I mean, I used the stick to open it, but I keep hearing a.
I heard it. It was like a bird. I did hear it. It's right here.
It's like.
Right in there. Right here.
What is that?
It's a frog.
Okay. No, that's not what I heard. I heard a.
Okay, sorry.
All right, guys, we're going to close out from this side and we're going to go on the other side, of course. Of course, I'm not allowed in till I can figure it out. I'm telling you, I'm going to figure it out somehow, some way to go into the area. But one last zoom and see who's watching, looking, see if we get any movement or anybody looking. Oh, saw some shadowy thing peeking out. They're waiting. They're losing their patience. And yesterday, when I was reviewing my video, there was one that was jumping, had 3 little ones clinging, and she was shimmering across in front of a car. It was weird. At first, I didn't think it was a car, but then you could see the car lights, and then she was shimmering right in front of it. Oh, it's awfully bright right here. Let's see. Usually when it's bright, I usually get somebody who's standing. Oh, there's somebody. You hear the chain? Did you hear the chain? That's them jumping over that guardrail. And you hear that chink, chink? They hit the guardrail when they're coming over. It's kind of like they grab it and then they pop over it. Some of them are tall enough, but I think some of them aren't. Alright guys, have a good weekend. I'm sorry about the peanut butter. Oh, I'm sorry, not the peanut butter, the sardines. Oh, you know what I also have at home? I found a can of salmon. I was supposed to make salmon cakes with it, and I know you don't like them. Okay, closing out, guys. Have a good night, and keep squatching. Promise me you'll keep watching videos and pointing out what you see. And keep watching the roadsides for me. Just take some random pictures. And you can send them out. I'll put my email address if you didn't get it. And then you can send them to me. All right. Peace.